Hi, Suzanne here with this week's featured board game app. I'm a big fan of solo play games that get converted into app format. I just think they're really fun and convenient to play. Well, one of my favorite solo games, One Deck Dungeon, has made it into the mobile app world. So, how does this dice allocation dungeon delver do in digital form? Let's take a look. In One Deck Dungeon from Asmati Games, your champion kicks open doors to fight off traps and monsters. Dice represent different character traits like strength, agility, and magic. To beat an enemy, you have to match dice to the slots on the card with matching dice values. A single square gets a single die of that type with that value or higher, and rectangular blocks let you use multiple dice to fulfill those. When collected, the multi use enemy cards can be used as an item, skill, or for experience points on your character. It's your choice, and it's a really important choice in how your character builds up for the final battle. Now, even if you lose, you still get the card, but you'll lose some combination of time and health. And time matters because the longer you can go, the more likely you are to gather power ups for your character to beat that final boss. As in the physical game, in One Deck Dungeon, the app, different bosses have different difficulty levels, and evolving your character to beat the specifics of that boss is a critical strategic element to the game. There are also different difficulty settings that you can choose from that kind of change up how the game is set up, and overall, the app is feature rich. There's a interactive tutorial and in-app rules which are sufficient to teach you the game and serve as reference material. There are also a nice number of in app options to customize your gameplay experience. But beyond that, I find the One Deck Dungeon app takes a game I really like in real life and makes it a bit quicker and a bit more portable. The hero progression system that allows you to build up each character, eventually earning them permanent abilities that will help you take on the more challenging boss, well, you can totally do that in real life with the paper tracker that comes in the game, but the app makes this so simple to manage and incorporate. You can play one off dungeon delves, work on a single character's ongoing progression, or even try the gauntlet mode. And beyond the base game, the app offers some one off characters and bosses as IAP, and the complete Forest of Shadows expansion was also added as an add on, which practically doubles the enemies and characters that you can choose from. The app is available for Android and Steam, but on iOS, it's only on the iPad, and I really wish it worked on the phone too. One Deck Dungeon has a bit of randomness and what enemies pop up, and of course, those dice. But the more you play, you really get a feel for what you can fight and what you have to flee from early game, and how to smartly manipulate those dice. The interface has a fair amount of info on it going on, but it all makes sense once you play through part of a round, and the interaction with the dice and the enemy cards is intuitive, and there's even an undo button. Thanks to a thoughtful and skillful port by Handelabra Games, One Deck Dungeon is a game I love in real life, but actually play far more frequently in app form. I recommend you give it a try.